It's season 4 of Bet on Black, and once again, we've partnered with Target to search the country for entrepreneurs who are solving problems and making an impact in their community. 4 of our 6 contestants have already made their pitches, and in this episode, the final 2 will try to earn their spot as a finalist. Will they do it? Time to find out with our host, social media star and comedian, Pretty V, leading the way.
What's up, y'all? It's the one and only bad gal herself, Pretty V. Hey, y'all. I'm back to welcome y'all to another episode of Bet on Black. On the last episode, the ladies of Dion Libra schooled our judges on the stress relief treatments. And Kia Shun told us how she's changing shampoo time for the parents and babies in your life. In a moment, you're gonna see Arielle Brown of Bayou and Jasmine Nelson of Umber by J Lenay pitch their brands for their chance to win $200,000. Before these ladies come talk business, let's welcome back our amazing judges. First up, we got Monique Rodriguez, CEO of Maya Organics and the maker of my favorite rosemary hair oil. Yes, my edges grew back. Next, we got my good sis who knows a thing or two about making money in retail, Shequeita Orr-Frazier, Target's Senior Director of Enterprise Growth. Hey, sis.
Hey.
This next queen doesn't just review the product, she makes the product. I'm talking about my good sis, sister scientist Erica Douglas. Now, this next diva is a dual threat. She's a beauty influencer, a beauty business owner. Let's welcome Julissa Bermudez. How you doing, sis?
I'm great.
This episode, we got Arielle Brown of Bayou and Jasmine Nelson of Umber by J Lenay. These 2 ladies are helping buyers everywhere stay irritation-free with their all-natural herb-based products. For real, y'all, they taking plants and using them into miracles. I need some of that. You're just in time because Arielle is about to be ready to hit the stage. But before she gets there, let's take a quick look at some of the major keys she got from her mentorship session with amazing Melissa Butler, CEO of the Lip Bar.
Hey girl, hey.
Hi.
I'm Melissa. Today, I want you to just tell me everything about Bayou that I need to know in order to help you. My goal is to help you win, not only this competition, but just in life. How do we make sure that you continue to grow your business and live out your wildest dreams? So how can I help?
That's amazing. This is such an honor. I'm so excited, and I appreciate you so much. Have certainly looked up to you and followed your journey, and just seeing how, like myself, starting from my kitchen. And so I started making products at home, just combining probiotics and herbs and things from Louisiana, you know, different herbs that we grow up with. And we're named after my grandmother, Beatrice, my mom's mom, who was an herbalist too and loved helping people feel healed. And so that's what I started, just not even knowing it was gonna become a business, just doing something that I know I needed. And then a friend of mine tried our products for her daughter, and she's like, you might wanna sell this.
But you know the best businesses start not being businesses.
I hear that. You know?
It's absolutely when you are solving your own problem and you realize that there's a whole market of people who also need what you have. So congratulations for going out on a limb.
Thank you.
Starting up is not easy.
No, it is not.
But one thing I noticed about your business when I went onto your website, you know, I wanted to see more reviews. You are selling confidence.
Yes.
Confidence in a bottle.
Yes.
You are giving people what they need to be able to go outside without the flakes, you know, without, you know, the itchy scalp.
Right.
I think I read on your site, no more angry scalp.
That's it.
Which
I'm here for it.
I love that. So it's how do you make sure that you're driving that story even more, letting them know how your product will impact their lifestyle?
I love that. When you started, did you kind of plan your product line around people's feedback, around their needs? Like, oh, we love this in a different color or a different shade, or was it more planned out from the beginning? No, this is what I intend to do.
It's a little bit of both. So you always want to listen to your customers, because ultimately your customers are the people who are going to buy the product and they're going to keep you in business. You never want to lose that close communication that you have with the customer. So you always want to listen, and then you'll decide, does this align with my brand's mission? Does it align with my vision? is this a product that we need to launch today? Or is this something that, we can do, future iteration of? Like, is this a 3 years down the line, or is it a today?
Because they talk about in retail too, like planning ahead for the seasons. And when you're small, like we're still so small that it's a little hard to plan that far in advance. Very hard to plan that far. And so I'm always thinking of, okay, what resources do I think we'll need at that stage, but I know we need them now. Like, how far in advance are you, right? Like,
this is hilarious because it's like the magic trick. We plan our products like a year and a half out.
Wow.
And it's because retail cycles are so long. So we already know what's launching next year.
Wow.
Today.
Wow, okay.
But that's for retail. You have the benefit of also having your own website.
Yeah.
On your website, you can drop your own things. You can drop much faster. You can think about innovation today, and if you still wanted to make it in your kitchen, you could launch it next week,
Yeah.
So you have the ability to go fast and play the slow game. So just think about what products are best for retail versus what's best for drop culture.
Bees Bayou. Hey, sis. You look beautiful.
Thank you. You too.
Yes. So how are you feeling? Are you excited? Are you nervous with everything that's going on right now? Tell me.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm grateful. I'm not too nervous. I really feel like everything has led to this.
Celebrating yourself is key. Just like right now, you are here, with REVOLT, Bet on Black. Like,
it's crazy.
This is a big thing. You are chosen.
Thank you.
You are beautiful. You are worthy. And again, take your second. Take your second, celebrate you, dive into you, because Bees Bayou is going to accelerate, and I cannot wait to see it grow. So, girl, you got this.
Here's Bees Bayou.
Hi, I am Arielle Brown. I'm the founder of Bees Bayou Skincare out of New Orleans, Louisiana. And we're on a mission to move skin health forward with probiotics and Bayou botanicals for eczema. I have seborrheic dermatitis. It's one of the types of eczema, and so my skin does not like a lot of things. I know that 90% of Black Americans have dandruff, but I know that 50% of all people have dandruff. That's a lot of people we could help. There are multiple peer-reviewed studies on probiotics for things like wrinkles and eczema. And I said, okay, I know probiotics. I'm gonna whip up some probiotics with some essential oils that I love and see what happens. My scalp immediately felt relief. And I said, I think I might have something. We blend some of those special Louisiana herbs, the bamboo, the elderberry, the sassafras. These are ingredients that are very unique and sometimes hard to get outside of Louisiana, and they work. I named Bees Bayou after my maternal grandmother, Beatrice. She was an herbalist, and she loved helping people heal from the inside out. My dad actually passed last year. I'm just glad that he got to see the beginning of that journey. I'm sorry. I'm so glad he got to see the start and how far I was going. So, Mom, I know you know Grandma's special recipes. My intention is to grow something that's generational beyond myself, that's going to feed back into the communities that have fed into me and us. Hi.
Hi.
Unbeknownst to me, the seeds for Bees Bayou were planted when I was about 13 years old. I was experiencing large, oily, embarrassing flakes, hypopigmentation, burning, redness, and unfortunately for me, eventually hair loss, which was my breaking point. I tried the steroid creams, but they were thinning out my skin. I wasn't really seeing results. The medicated shampoos were really drying and stripping to my hair. Some of the amazing herbal oils were great, but due to their chemical composition, not all of them worked for my scalp. And then there were products that still had ingredients banned in the EU where cosmetic standards were much higher. But I started doing some research. I was a very curious child, stayed curious as an adult to see what's really going on with my body. And I learned about the microbiome and how it became imbalanced due to stress, environmental factors, your diet. And I really wanted to educate myself and do something for myself. I couldn't find the solution, so I made it. I started with 10 bottles, $40, and here we are today. Bees Bayou Skincare is very special because it's a heritage brand, but we're also trying to do something very innovative. The cosmetic industry is really embracing the use of probiotic extracts, postbiotics, prebiotics, and so that's how we have the products we have today. We make them for people who not only look like me, but truly for people who suffer like me, but I know that the numbers just don't lie. What you see in front of you today is really because of our community. They wanted more products. I was very green, so I kept making more products. But I learned so much along the way. Our bestseller actually offers phthalate-free scents tied to that Louisiana heritage, like praline, magnolia, the Louisiana state flower, and even coconut, which was one of Grandma B's best-selling pie flavors. To date, we have a little over $320,000 in revenue. Our returning customer rate is 3 times that of the hair care industry average. And 88% of our polled customers say that our products are effective or very effective for their problems. And so they love to tell me what they think. I read every single review, and I use that to figure out what else we can create to make them happy. I am a licensed social worker turned entrepreneur in the beauty space, and I just want to continue to push Grandma B's legacy of helping people feel healed and confident from the inside out. So I'm very excited, and I'm open to your questions. Thank you.
Thank you. What's the price points of your products?
Sure, so they range from $14 to $35. 14 is like our face mist, they're smaller. And then our bestseller is our Good Biome Scalp Solution for $42.
Are there probiotics in all of the products?
Yes, we have probiotic extracts in all products, prebiotics and postbiotics. Now, our oil had to be very careful, so we use like a radish root as a prebiotic in that product.
So where do you think because you've made so many strides already on your own, which is super admirable, and I love the sincerity that I feel and the authenticity in this brand. I wanna ask you, where do you think the disconnect is with connecting to DTC? Because it looks like you have started a really good wave of building community, which is amazing.
Thank you.
Do you feel like with the money, you want to connect the dots on how to grow it online, or kind of walk me through a little bit of where you feel the disconnect is?
Sure, I think we kind of hit a lull because we were dealing with a lot of kind of external factors that I think is part of the normal process of learning how to be an entrepreneur and experimenting with different strategies. We do a lot of education on our website. We have a YouTube page. We've done interviews with trichologists, dermatologists, estheticians.
Love it.
We have a very robust blog. And so we try to do a lot of education to pull people in. I think what we haven't really locked in is just the digital marketing, the paid digital marketing, because when people do find us, they're so excited. They're like, oh my God, I have this problem, or I know someone who does, or I need this for my kid, and they stick with us. But getting in front of them has been a big challenge as we're learning to adapt with marketing that continues to adapt as well.
So essentially you're going up against traditional dandruff products, it sounds like. So if I have to choose between a brand that's catering to dandruff that's using a more common active like salicylic acid versus your brand, how are you convincing that consumer to use your brand over the big boy brands that are using salicylic acid?
Yeah, we're really trying to stay in our niche, which is like the folks who just want something a little different. I just want to try something a little different, something I haven't tried before. And I even tell our customers, if you want to try that shampoo with our conditioner, or try their shampoo and conditioner with our scalp treatment, it's just a matter of finding what works for your routine. We're just giving you a more natural option, a cool option, and when they try us, then they might come back for more, which that's what typically happens.
What's your current sales projections? Like, what are you shipping on average every month?
Yeah.
How much inventory are you able to produce? Like, are you keeping up with those orders that are coming in?
Yeah, I mean, right now it's so much slower than it was when I started. We were doing about 300 orders a month and growing. And right now we're down to about 150 or so orders a month. We've pretty much had to stop our digital marketing, so that way I can hold back and pay my team.
Well, I just want to commend you on, what you have created thus far. Like, this is only the beginning. The sky is not the limit. It's only the beginning for you. And to continue on, your grandmother's legacy is very special. And I can see the passion that you have. I see it in your eyes. I like to look at people in their eyes when they're telling their stories. So you have done an amazing job. And if you don't win tonight, this is not the end. We are rooting for you, we're cheering for you, and I'm gonna be purchasing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing. I'm looking forward to trying your products.
Yes.
I think we all are. Before you go, which is your hero product?
That is our scalp solution. It's amazing. It's like a liquid exfoliator, smells good,
Awesome.
Moisturizing.
Thank you so much. This was great.
Thank you. Y'all enjoy.
Ooh, it smells so good.
Thank you.
Just want to put my whole head in
Oh,
the
it
bag.
does.
Yes, I love this packaging.
Yeah, it's really
Thank
nice. It's
you.
giving very clean aesthetics.
Yeah. What are you talking
Very
about? You already
natural.
ready for retail, girl.
All right, well, thank you.
Thank
This
you
was
so
great.
much.
Can't wait to try.
Shout out to Ariel for putting those good Louisiana herbs to work. Judges, while y'all are marking down the scores, I'm curious, where do you think Ariel could take the Bees Bayou brand next? Tell me.
She mentioned that she wanted to get packaging and design ready for retail, but that's your department. Would you put this packaging on shelf?
I
as
don't see
is?
anything wrong with her packaging,
I didn't
honestly.
either.
I think that would not be a wise use of money.
I don't. Yeah, I agree.
Right? Like, I think that
it
she could
looks
be
amazing.
investing in more
Other things.
manufacturing and logistics. When
Yes.
she was talking about her unit volume,
Yeah.
I mean, I see a correlation there, in terms of those units and this pricing. I think she has an opportunity with price points
Yeah.
that could really help.
Yeah, I think a lot of the focus should be getting the price points down in order to expand her audience, her customer base.
It's the small batching pricing.
Yeah.
We know how that goes. It's like-
Yeah. But the question is, if she got that money rather than rebranding, could she be doing larger volume orders in order to get her COGS down?
Yeah.
All right, now, judges, we thank you so much for the feedback.
That was amazing. Getting to speak to experts in the field, they know so much, they're so inquisitive, and it just makes you feel so supported. So I feel great.
Okay, y'all, we just saw Bees Bayou, and up next is Umber by J Lenay. Y'all know what's just as important as having a poppin' product, knowing how to promote it, and girl, Adrienne Lofton, Google Marketing VP, knows her stuff. Let's take a look at a few of her tips she shared with Jasmine to level up her brand.
It feels like when I was looking at your Instagram channel and looking at your website, you're doing a beautiful job telling your story.
Right.
And which I think is a journey that you have been through, and it is heroic in all the things that you do. You didn't just solve the problem for you. One of the things you said is you're solving it for the next generation. You want to leave this earth doing better for the people behind you.
Yes.
Which is a beautiful sentiment and like life reason and vision, right?
Thank you.
And so what I wish I would have seen, I'm in your market. I am a Black woman, and like all of us need hyperpigmentation.
Is a thing.
Is a thing.
Is a thing.
And so I wish I would have heard your story before you and I met through this journey. And so that means telling your story on broader platforms is a massive opportunity. Your story is powerful. And so maybe I'll ask, do you have a PR consultant? Are you thinking about content creation? How are you driving the upper and the mid, which also brings you new consumers, like you would be targeting that want your product, and it's not always the per-click
Right.
ROAS kind of approach.
Exactly. I post stories and things on Instagram, but I would like to transfer that more into the YouTube, because I know YouTube is Google as well, but it doesn't always get the reach. But based off of what you said about storytelling, does it seem like it's more effective to be storytelling more than educating?
Yeah, so I would also say Instagram stories and YouTube should be storytelling.
Okay.
Instagram, tighter bits of content, YouTube, longer bits of content. And also, by the way, there's YouTube Shorts that behaves like advertising and can target the consumer. So I would say building your content in a way, do you have a YouTube channel?
I do.
Okay. I didn't get to see that.
It's not the biggest. I need to work on it.
Okay. I mean, the kind of product you have is a nuanced product that, to your point, testimonials, before and afters, people need to see and experience and realize that that's something that they should try, because when you get to a point of like not believing anything can fix the issue, then you sometimes give up. So your ability to tell, first of all, your story, and then telling longer content, testimonial stories of other clients that you have had on YouTube, building that channel. And by the way, you can have ads on YouTube through our YouTube sales team that can pull consumers into your channel. You just want to build your universe, both on Instagram and on YouTube. And as a channel, that is one of the most trusted channels when it comes to product and product capabilities and testimonials. So I would say, think about, and again, you don't want to boil the ocean, but what are the few mediums that work the hardest for the product that you are delivering? I would say by far that's YouTube, not because I work there.
Okay.
And then I'd say building your audience from a TikTok and an Instagram perspective is the other way to also stay in culture and have people pulling into the product that you're offering.
Well, definitely work on more of the YouTube. I get
TikTok?
anxiety with the camera, so I'm gonna work on it. I'm going to work on it.
I mean, here's what I'd say about the camera.
Okay.
So I've been in marketing my whole life. I love being behind the camera.
Okay.
And I think what I have learned from everybody I have worked with, from massive celebrities that you'd be shocked to hear to people first time on camera, nobody's comfortable.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So like thing one is you are exactly who you are, and the story that you're telling is what's gonna connect to hearts. I always talk about it's the heart, the mind, and then the wallet. Like that follows. When you get someone's heart, when you get their mind, the mind share of what you're offering, the wallet will always follow.
Okay.
So really telling that true story that you have experienced exactly as you are. You don't have to be, you know, a mask of someone else. Exactly who you are will sell your products because, you know, you have the vision. And you'll be uncomfortable. And the other thing I always say is like, this is not gonna, you're not gonna love this, but when when you're uncomfortable, you are growing.
Right.
Right?
I believe that.
When I am uncomfortable and I don't want, and if I'm dreaming about it the night, I dreamt about this the night before, not excited to be on camera, but I'm getting better at something. I'm strengthening communication skills. I'm bringing, you know, my experiences to people I hope that I can add value to.
You already do.
That's why we're here. And so imagine how many hearts, minds, wallets you will touch, even if you're a little uncomfortable, on camera. So I would say if you're considering, is it about influencers, content creators, or me, it is 1,000% an and proposition. It is influencers, it is your SEO, SEM, and you. You are the magical ingredient, so I don't want you to forget that.
Sis, how are you feeling? What's going on through your mind? Look, you done prayed, you done believed, now you in the seat. What's going on in your mind right now?
Well, one, is such a blessing just to be here, so I thank God first for that one. And I'm still nervous, but I think I'm gonna break through that.
Yeah, so what do you do to unwind from the nervousness?
Drink wine.
Drink wine? Well, talk to me, Cabernet.
Moscato for me.
Moscato? Okay, so you went through your mentor session. What advice did you take from that moment?
With Miss Adrienne, I took away that it's best to storytell. At least with what I do, it's best for me to storytell in order to reach my audience because we can relate, it's transparent, they get it. It's just all of the things that I would tell they're going through themselves. So I think that's probably the best way that I could grow and also, you know, just get more out there for people to just know the story.
Congratulations, you got this.
Here's Umber by J Lenay.
My name is Jasmine Nelson. I'm the CEO founder of Umber by J Lenay here in Houston, Texas. Personally, I deal with a condition called hirsutism. I started noticing that I had hair growing on my neck. It went from neck to my jawline to my chin. It just started spreading and then I started seeing body hair. I'm like, what is going on? I've tried the shaving, the waxing, I've done epilation. I went through over 30 hours of electrolysis, and each of those hours cost some money. And I'm like, I can't keep up with this, and this stuff don't seem like it's really helping too much. My friend that turned into a husband, he spotted my neck, and he was like, what is going on? A woman in general who has hirsutism, as soon as they wake up in the morning, they're trying to figure out, how am I going to hide this just so I could feel normal throughout the day. I started my journey back in 2016, doing a lot of research, but the physical product didn't come out until early 2019. It is a hair inhibitor This, even though it's a small bottle, it's a powerful bottle.
Umber has changed thousands of women's lives. It's changed our lives.
When I pass, I want to at least be known for doing something great for somebody else. Hello, ladies.
Hi.
Now, never in my life did I think I would become the bearded lady. But, you know, I watched my mom and my grandmother pluck their chin hairs over the years, and I didn't think much about it until it happened to me. As you saw, I grew hair on my face and on my body, and the last thing I wanted to do was put a razor to my face, but that's what happened, because I ended up having a lot of dark spots, a lot of ingrown hair. That affected my confidence, my ability to be around others, and just my mental state. So being around anyone really just messed me up. So I really put myself in an isolated position because I didn't have the community to be able to talk to anybody. No one had dealt with my issue. So of course I had to do some research to figure out what is it that I actually had. Turns out I have PCOS, but not only that, you know, menopause, Cushing's disease, fibroids, thyroids. There's so many ways of someone getting excessive hair. And so after finding all those things out, I did look at a lot of products, and I noticed there wasn't anyone who looked like me on any of them. And none of these were Black owned either. So I looked into laser, and at the time it wasn't really suitable for women of color because not only did it target the hair, it targeted the skin, leaving a lot of burns. Wasn't trying to do that. Looked into electrolysis. It was very expensive, and at some point I was able to save up enough money to be able to do a series of sessions. But as you know on the screen, it didn't really work out for me. Not to say it doesn't work. Electrolysis does work, it just didn't work for me at the time. So that was like the turning point for me because I felt like I have to find a solution for myself, and it's really just not working out. So I started doing some digging. And I came across holistic and Ayurvedic ways to reduce my hair naturally. And of course, some other research, finding out other things as well. So I gathered my materials and my ingredients, and I started mixing things up. And eventually, over the course of a few years on and off, I then came out what is now called the hair reducing fade oil. And that was the best thing I could have done, 2019. Best thing I could have done for myself because I've noticed the hair was thinning, there was a delay in growth, I had less hair, and my spots began to fade. See, now I'm getting emotional because I really could not find anything. That was a journey. And once I felt that, like that relief, of course I had to tell my mom and my grandmother about this because they had their own facial hair issues, and also my sister, and she really started seeing just as much hair as I was. And after a few weeks, they started noticing results too. And they just was like, you know, you need to look for more people. And of course, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I need a non-biased opinion. So I started looking online for 50 plus women to just try my product. Just try it. Just let me know that it really does work. And it's not something like, you know, family members will say, oh girl, this worked. No, I don't need those opinions. I need somebody else's. So, anyway, so once I got the group of women, the emails started coming back and forth. I'm like, I really need to put condense this, put all these women in a safe space. So I created the Umber support group, 2019. And in that safe space, we were able to connect with each other. We were able to share our ideas, educate ourselves with what's going on, and best of all, of course, share our results. Now, that group started to grow, and it became the community that I wish I had when I was 15 dealing with this. So I really felt like this was such a blessing because I didn't feel alone anymore. Here I am starting to put something together to help myself, and I was able to help a lot of other people. So I decided in 2020 that I was going to go ahead and start an e-commerce, and it's now called Umber by J Lenay. And since then, I've helped over 20,000 women start their journey, getting back to getting that confidence, that relief, that being able to walk around and not feel like they're being judged, feel confident in their skin again, especially not trying to keep up with these beauty standards that are on us, because it really is hard out here for us. So, for example, a woman with a lot of facial hair, it can really put you in a very depressing state. And I've heard some stories. I'm a therapist too at this point. because I get a lot. And I'm just like, you know, I'm so glad that I could help you in your journey. So it started from my grandmother's kitchen to my garage, and now it's in manufacturing. So now I've freed up time to be able to spread awareness and also expand on Umber goals. And anyone who is looking for advice or guidance on this, I am an open book, and I'm always available to anybody who is wanting to reach out to me, whether they're a customer or not. And I'm like, look, I got you because I got it too. I'm open for questions.
I love the fact that you started with a community first. I think, and that takes me back to the original Mael days, because Mael Organic started with community. And I think that the fastest growing brands that have the most loyalty are based off of community. And then you can build on top of that. So the fact that you started there, I think, is a very powerful part of your story. And I also just want to commend you for your courage to like share this with the world. Because I know there are a lot of people living in the shadows who are embarrassed to talk about this, but putting yourself out there to be the face is a testimony within itself of your courage to really make this brand something, you know, and to grow this brand. So just kudos to you.
Thank you.
Are there products in your line that cater to just other areas, like where it's not excessive hair, but armpit hair or bikini line or
any unwanted hair?
Yeah, taking my
that was my question.
This product right here is for the body.
Okay.
Now I want to expand on additional products, like, you know, like a body lotion or something like that. But I do have an oil specifically for the body. So it's bikini line, like you said, underarms, leg hair.
It's for ingrown?
Well, not this product, but I do have the moisturizer, the face wash, the sugar scrub, and the Shea Shave Stick. Help with ingrown hair.
What's your hero item over there?
My hero item is the hair reducing Fade Oil. They're literally pretty much the same, just a bigger bottle.
But like, well, how are you making your claims, and what claims are you making? Because also playing in this space, you're gonna come up against some regulatory concerns when it comes to making claims about it, because now you're talking about a biological reaction. So you're almost teetering on drug versus cosmetic.
Yep.
And that's a funny place to be.
I know. Don't remind me. I already know.
Sorry, my bad.
I already know. So when it comes to that, of course, I've done my own testing, and I know that's not like all the way, but I do plan on going to a third-party clinical to do efficacy test, right?
Efficacy
That's what I
study.
want to do.
Okay.
So where are you now? Like, how big is your base?
For right now, at this moment, we're at like $800,000, and it's going to go to $1 million, I'm sure, by the end of this year.
What's your price point?
That's
My
pretty.
price point is between $16 to $240.
Okay.
Wow.
Wait, $240 per SKU?
No, not per, just for that one is $240.
So you have one SKU that is $240.
Yes, ma'am.
How many ounces?
2.
Somebody's paying $120
because they're
per
looking
ounce.
for a resolution.
I'm telling you, this is a needed product.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that is.
So the efficacy sounds.
Yeah.
This efficacy testing sounds like I should do it,
I don't even need
right?
no efficacy. That alone, somebody paying that much for an ounce tells
I
me
like
all
the
I need to
idea
know.
of the focus group and the before and after, no editing, kind of what you were showing in the video. I want to ask you this, if there is, probably it's prescription. I'm thinking.
I'm not claiming that now.
No. I want to ask you, who's the competitor? What brand is out there that you can say is a direct competitor? If you had the money, you would be on their level, surpass their level.
I can't really compare, but if I had to think off top of like an old school brand, I would say Vaniqua.
Ooh, that took
Or
it
is
back.
the actual laser hair machine your competitor?
Yeah.
Like laser hair removal sessions.
Yes, laser and electrolysis.
I want to touch, I want to feel.
And how soon
How
does
long
it work?
does it take?
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to see the
So
product.
it depends on as far as
That price point per ounce?
Exactly. That need to be clearing up a whole bunch of stuff for me. Getting me a man.
y'all pushing these gift bags already. So with this This bottle, depending on how much you're putting on, this does last 3 to 6 months. And for some of my customers, it lasts well over a year, this one bottle.
2 ounces lasts.
How quick does it work? Like, how quick does it remove the hair?
Depending on how people use it, it could be as quick as 2 weeks, but it could also take as long as 2 months, depending on the thickness of the hair follicle and a lot of other things. It really depends on how the person's using the product.
There is a demographic of people that just want to get rid of hair.
Yeah. Yes.
Right? And when I think about this product and where it could sit, I see a bigger opportunity.
Yes, absolutely.
Beyond just excessive hair at the $60 price point, but it's like, what could,
can I roll
larger,
that under my arms?
Oh, yeah.
You have a great product, and we really enjoyed listening to your pitch.
Thank you.
Great
thank
story.
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know how nervous I was, but
No, you did amazing. Couldn't tell it all.
You know your stuff, and you're very transparent with an issue that clearly is very close to your heart.
Definitely.
So that's
and just by
winning.
you being here, you've helped so many women.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you look, come on, girl, the skin is flawless today. So if that's what that is doing, sign me up. Give me 3.
Yes, this is great. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. This is really great.
Thank you. Jasmine was up here getting all emotional. She almost had me tearing up backstage. Sis, you are so inspiring. Judges, while y'all mark your scores down, I want to ask y'all, how important is it for buyers to have an emotional connection with their product?
It's what draws you in.
Yeah. And the beauty space is a lot of it is emotional purchases.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because you're solving.
Do you feel seen in the product?
Yeah, we are buying solutions to problems that we have in our everyday life. And so when you have an issue such as the excessive hair growth and you're self-conscious about it, you're hiding it, it changes your entire lifestyle. I'm like, you're basically changing my life in a bottle.
Exactly. Wow. And even if I don't have the issue, I probably know somebody who does.
Who does.
Right, and they probably are close to me and I want the solution for them. And so either way, it's an emotional draw and it's just, what really engages the consumer immediately, right? Because they understand.
Well, go Jazz, go girl. We are so proud of you. The anticipation is in the air right now, and I know y'all are feeling it at home.
For the most part, I think it went pretty well. The judges seemed like they were really surprised with what I had to say. I don't think they expected what I had to say. So I'm just happy that I'm getting back to myself, just being calm and everything. But I think it went really well.
Can you give me a couple tips on improving my website using the Google Trends that you just gave me in skincare?
Hey, I just did a one-on-one with my mentor, Ms. Lofton. That was such a great experience. I'm so glad that she was able to answer all my questions.
Director of Research at Sacred, Dr. Kari Williams, gave tips to all the contestants.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
So I'm Arielle Brown. I'm the founder of Beast Bayou out of New Orleans. And we're offering hair care and skin care for eczema sufferers. So I have seborrheic dermatitis. I'm sure you know all about that. And I noticed when you were releasing a version of your Goddess Locks that you talk to your customers or potential customers. Like you're asking them what do they think about things, what texture are they looking for. Is that something that you do on a regular basis with products that you're launching?
Yeah, so I think it's really, really important to understand what people need and what they want. And being a hairstylist, as like my trade, that's what I do. I connect with people. And in order to serve them effectively, I like to really understand what their needs are. And so knowing that you have a product that really serves people who have something that's so common, like that's one of the most common skin and scalp disorders, especially as a hairstylist, that we see in the salon setting, to really understand what their concerns are, what their needs are, so then you know how to actually address them with the products that you're creating.
My name is Jasmine Nelson, and I've created a product for a hair inhibitor for women. My question is, I noticed that you have a pending patent on your Goddess Locks, and I want to know, when is a good time to actually start a patent on a product or a technique? Is it after it's trending, or is it like right before it goes?
Right away.
Okay, because I'm like...
Right away. That's actually the lesson that I learned with my goddess locks. You know, again, being a creator and being in the industry so long, at the point when I invented them, I was just like, I'm about to share it with the world because that's what I do. I'm a teacher. And the part of that experience that really struck me was when I went into a beauty supply store. Okay. And I saw the goddess locks on shelves. And I'm like, wait a minute. How is it in the store already? And so then I went through that process and it was so much more difficult because of the time. Like, so the sooner you have an idea, if you can even start that process before you even get it into market, even better. But the sooner the better. That is my advice.
Today, we got to see some great pitches from our final two contestants, Arielle of Bees Bayou and Jasmine of Umber by J Lenay. On our next and last episode is the moment we've all been waiting for. Bet on Black season finale, y'all. Yay! We'll find out who's going to be delivering one final pitch to the judges with a whole lot of money on the line. I cannot wait to see you all back here. Until then, stay black, stay blessed, stay beautiful. It's your girl, Pretty V, y'all. Good night.
Here's an update from one of the season 3 finalists, Tubby's Taste.
Hi, it's Danielle Tubbs from Tubby's Taste with our boldly flavored, Jamaican-inspired plant-based cookies. Thanks to Bet on Black, Target, and REVOLT TV, this year I've been able to work on transitioning my business from being in-house, making everything ourselves with a small team, to transitioning to getting our cookies manufactured, testing for shelf life, all the things that will allow us to grow our business in order to serve more people. I want to thank you guys so much for the opportunities. I've also been able to make such lifelong friendships and relationships with the rest of the cast of season 3. Thank you so much for this opportunity and good luck to everyone in season 4.